So you've been bitten by the Drake interplanetary bug. You think that they're the coolest ships in the game, and the fact that they aren't invited to Invictus makes them even cooler. You like your wiring loose and on display, your fixings and hardware sticking out like dog's balls, and painting your ship is a sin to the Drake gods. Bare metal must be shown in full force. Well, if I have painted a picture of someone that looks like you, then may I present to you the Drake Buccaneer. This fighter has a cult-like following, and these cult-like creatures will answer the Arrowverse Gladius debate with Buccaneer. But maybe there's a reason for this behaviour, so let's take a look away from Drake's shady past and take a dive into their light fighter. The Buccaneer, like most light fighters, handles extraordinarily. With its small frame and relative lightweight, it's darty, nimble and bloody quick. You won't have any trouble keeping on the rear of your enemy, and you won't have to be there for long because of its armaments package. If you get into trouble, those big twin engines will propel you to a blistering 1,315 meters per second, which is insanely quick for all ships, let alone a light fighter. Now the Buccaneer isn't quite as nimble as the Arrow, or even the Gladius, but it's pretty close, and a lot faster. So for flight and handling, I give the Drake Buccaneer an 8 out of 10. I don't need to waste your time with this again. Light fighter, small ship, big guns, no interior, 1 out of 10. Now this is the Buccaneer's claim to fame, its weapon package. With 2 size 1, 2 size 3 and 1 size 4 mount, this vessel packs quite a punch. Unfortunately, a full repeater loadout will stretch thin the capacitor quite a bit, so a mix of ballistic and laser weapons is advised. Even so, the Buccaneer will wipe out your opponent before they have a chance to fight back, and you'll want to do that as well because those big engines are a big target and are easily knocked out, leaving you dead in the water. Now here is a clip of the Buccaneer making short work of a VHRT. The 2 size 1 shields might help you for a little bit, but those are easily burnt through. Even so, I can't ignore the raw damage this monster can deal. That coupled with its great manoeuvrability makes for a deadly combo, making VHRTs a breeze, and a weapon that should be feared in PvP combat. For combat, I give the Buccaneer an 8 out of 10. Now I did just talk a lot of crap about Drake's aesthetic earlier on in the video, but I really do love the Buccaneer, except its landing gear. I hate that, but luckily you don't fly with your landing gear out. The cockpit and canopy reminds me a lot of Star Wars' X-Wing. That blended with the centrally mounted flight stick and Drake's industrial dash brings it all together nicely. I've always lusted after small ships with big engines, and the Buccaneer is no exception. I mean, look at it. You know this thing is going to melt the skin off your face. The industrial aesthetic also really works on a light fighter. So for style, I give the Buccaneer an 8 out of 10. The Drake boys might be onto something here. Small fighter, loaded to the brim with guns, and goes like a shower of shit. The Drake should be in the conversation for best light fighter. Don't get me wrong, the limited capacitors means the extra guns don't net you as much DPS as you might think, and I still prefer the Arrow, but I can see why people might choose this. And I think if you haven't, you should give it a go. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.